Sicilian defense, Paulson variation, opening line. The Paulson variation typically avoids knight c6 with the characteristic moves 2a6, preparing the development of the queen to c7. It can take on a hedgehog look or can open up dynamically. Knight c3, out of opening book. c3 would have been in the Sicilian defense, Paulson variation, book opening. Knight f6. Slightly better is c takes d4. d5 threatens black's knight at c6. E takes d5 removes the threat on black's knight at c6. E takes d5 attacks black's knight at c6. White wins a pawn for a pawn. Material is even. Knight b8 puts the knight on the edge of the board. Leads to d6, bishop e7, bishop c4, knight c6, castle kingside, b6, bishop f4, bishop b7, d takes e7, knight takes e7, rook e1, which wins a pawn for a bishop. Better is queen e7, check, leading to bishop e2, knight e5, castle kingside, d6, rook e1, bishop d7, bishop b5, castle queenside, knight takes e5, d takes e5, bishop g5, bishop f5, which wins a knight for a knight. d6. Queen b6 leads to queen e2, check, king d8, knight g5, bishop takes d6, knight takes f7, check, king c7, knight b5, check, queen takes b5, queen takes b5, rook e8, check, bishop e2, b6, queen d3, bishop e7, bishop f4, check, king b7, knight d6, check, bishop takes d6, queen takes d6, knight a6, which wins 2 knights and a pawn for a queen, a bishop, and a pawn. Better is knight c6, leading to knight b5, queen a5, check, bishop d2, queen a4, queen e2, check, queen e4, knight c7, check, king d8, knight takes a8, bishop takes d6, queen takes e4, knight takes e4, bishop e3, which wins a queen and a pawn for a queen and a rook. This was black's key blunder. Black was never able to recover and eventually resigned. Queen e2, check, checks black's king. King d8, moves it out of check and threatens white's pawn at d6 with a double attack. Knight g5, threatens checkmate, knight captures pawn at f7, and threatens black's pawn at f7. Black resigns.